Hey there, are you a beginner homeschooler and worried you won't do enough in your homeschool? Well, in this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 tips to help you know you are doing enough in your homeschool and what to do in your homeschool. So let's get started. For those of you coming back, I want to welcome you back to the channel. For those of you that are new here, consider subscribing if you are a new homeschooler, because this channel is here to support you, talk about curriculum, talk about mom's mental health, and all the things that you need when starting this crazy season. So my first homeschool tip for getting started homeschooling and feeling like you are doing enough is read to your children. There is so much benefit to reading to your children. I can't even tell you. I mean, we've heard it all the time. We hear it all the time. Read to your children, read to your children, read to your children. And it's for good purpose, because not only does it give them a love of reading, but just through stories and just through books, they're going to open their minds so much to different realities, to different cultures, to different feelings and emotions and situations. They're going to learn so much just by being read to. And I hate to say like homeschooling is that easy, but honestly, homeschooling is that easy. Even if you did nothing all year long except for read to your children, that would be enough. That would be enough. Oh, by the way, if you are a beginner homeschooler and you are needing homeschool tips just to get you through the season, be sure to stay for tip number 5, because this is how you're going to know that your kid's not falling behind. The second homeschooling tip I have for you is stay active. Be active. Go out of your house. I know that we hear homeschooling, we gotta be at home. That isn't true. I mean, we can get in this mindset of we have to be at home, we have to be at our desk. You know, we go and look on Pinterest and Instagram and we see all the beautiful homeschool rooms. I know you've been shopping, I know you've been looking around, getting ideas. Instead, be active. Go and explore. Even a trip to the park or a trip to a hike will enrich your child's learning so much. So much learning takes place during play. That's something that across the board, across the world, a lot of us have forgotten, that play is learning, especially for the younger ages, but even for the older kids, play is learning. And it's not just on the computer, it's not just in the video games. Play in real life. Even adults are continuously being reminded to play and to have fun and to laugh and be silly, because so much learning and experiences take place during play. When your children are playing, you know, you can read them a story and then they go play and act it out, and that just solidifies what they learned. Always give space in your homeschool day for unstructured play. Now, that doesn't mean that you guys are inside and that your kids end up fighting and getting upset because they're too close together. Go outside. Be active. Instead of sitting down and like pummeling through 4 or 5 hours of schoolwork, do some schoolwork and then take a break. Their brains and bodies need that extra time just to decompress and to process what they learn. So be active. If you are worried that you aren't doing enough, do some and then play. Do some and then play, because that will really bring the opportunity for like long-term thinking and solidifying what they've learned. Third homeschool tip I have for you, so that you don't feel like you're falling behind, or that you can make sure that you're doing enough, is decide how much is enough. What do you want to prioritize in your homeschool? Do you want to prioritize American history? Do you want to prioritize mathematics? I don't prioritize too many things. We do prioritize math and language arts, because those are the things that they need to actively be working on. That way that they can keep building and scaffolding on those things, because it can be really hard to like let that go for a year and then try to jump back in. Everything else like science and history and all that stuff, that comes just as extra. I'm not trying to push that. I'm not trying to overwhelm us. Even in the public school model, like they're not going to have that in the elementary school ages. You got to find that balance between doing too much and not doing enough, and that's by deciding what is enough for you. What do you want your children to walk away from their homeschool experience knowing or being able to do? And you can look those up on the state standards. Go ahead and subscribe if that's something that you're interested in, because we are going to be talking about that in the next video, is how to look up your state standards and what they should be learning at these different ages. So definitely don't miss that. Remember, you don't have to do it all. There are going to be gaps in learning. You know, can you tell me who the Axis powers and who the Allies were in World War II? Maybe you can, and that's awesome. But a lot of people just like, there's going to be gaps in your learning. Like, it's wonderful if we cover that and we talk about that, but we do not have to feel bad if they cannot recite all the American presidents from number 1 to number 45 we're at. The fourth homeschool tip I have for beginner homeschoolers who are worried they aren't going to do enough is teach life skills. There is so much value in life skills. Teach them how to fold the laundry, teach them how to cook, teach them how to do all these things. So many children move into adulthood not knowing how to do these things. And that is really, really sad, and it's hard on their self-confidence because they go off on their own and they're like, mom, take the time you have now in your homeschool to teach these things, because these things are just as important as learning how to do the FOIL method or who the Axis powers were. Fifth homeschooling tip I have is to focus on key skills. So these are the things that, like we talked about a little bit earlier, that they will struggle with. So focus on the key skills that they will need. So these are the reading skills, these are the writing skills, and this is the math skills. These are the things that if you're going to put your kids back in public school after the pandemic's over and everything, and if you're just homeschooling through the season, these are the things that are going to be tested on. These are the things that they really need to keep up with. So if you only do math, if you only do language arts, and if you only read books, you're golden, and then fold the laundry and do the dishes. Because these are the things that are really important. Anything on top of that is just icing on the cake. Play, read, do some math, do a little bit of writing, call it good. Okay, you are doing enough. This is a weird season and you are doing a great job homeschooling your children. As a beginner homeschooler, are you still a little concerned that you won't be able to stay sane during this? I've written an ebook for you. Go ahead and find the link down below. It'll be free from September 4th to September 9th of 2020. So go ahead and pick up your free copy. And if you missed that deadline, go ahead and pick it up anyways, because it's going to be $1. But that book is just to help you develop skills and routine that will help you stay sane during this homeschooling season. So fist bump, we got this. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Bye.